General Hospital spoilers for Monday, February 17th reveal that Jason is facing an unavoidable disaster, a dangerous storm sweeping through his life, pushing everything into an uncontrollable situation. He's long been accustomed to facing enemies and surviving life-or-death battles, but this time, it's no longer just about him. This storm is also affecting those he cares about, especially Sasha. Sasha, who has always tried to be strong and protect herself, now finds herself in an irreversible situation where she has lost control of her fate. When Jason's enemies discover she's pregnant, Sasha immediately becomes a highly valuable target. But the most dangerous aspect is the true identity of the baby's father. This is no longer just a simple secret, it's a ticking time bomb, a truth that could change everything if revealed at the wrong time. As rumors about the baby spread, not only are Jason's enemies paying attention, but other powerful forces are also starting to get involved. If the true identity of the baby's father is exposed, it could spark a wave of crisis in Port Charles, throwing everything into chaos. Jason knows he can't let that happen. But the more he tries to control the situation, the more he realizes that time is running out. Things become even more dangerous when Sasha begins receiving mysterious threats. Anonymous messages, suspicious meetings, and people lurking around her are all signs that someone is trying to exploit this secret for their own gain. Jason knows that if he doesn't act now, Sasha will not only be thrust into a fight she can't win, but she could lose everything, including her unborn child. But what worries Jason most are the powerful forces behind all of this. Is this a scheme by Brennan, the one Jason knows is trying to consolidate power by any means necessary? Or is it Sidwell, the one who once burned Sonny's apartment, now trying to destroy what remains of the Corinthos family? Or perhaps there's an even more dangerous enemy, one Jason hasn't anticipated? As Jason tries to find answers, the situation between Sasha and those trying to manipulate her grows more tense. She can't go outside without feeling watched, can't have a moment of peace without worrying for her child's safety. She knows that no matter how hard Jason tries to protect her, there are still people out there who want to use her as a pawn in this power struggle. Jason understands that he can't wait any longer. If he doesn't act first, others will. He needs to identify exactly who's behind all of this and stop them before it's too late. But this time, the battle isn't just a confrontation between good and evil. It's a war that requires wisdom, calculation, and there can be no mistakes. As the pressure increases and secrets are slowly revealed, Jason must face an important question. Can he protect Sasha and her baby before it's too late? Or will he lose everything this time? One thing is certain, Port Charles is about to enter a new storm, and Jason must be ready for this fight, because if he doesn't win, the consequences will be more horrific than anything he's faced before. Alexis is starting to notice a clear difference, an alarming sign about Christina's actions, particularly regarding her search for the child Andrea gave birth to. This is not just a personal effort from Christina to uncover the truth, it seems she is dangerously obsessed with this goal to the point where it could spiral out of control. From simple actions like seeking information, Christina has begun taking bolder, even reckless steps. She's digging into secrets others don't want exposed, reaching out to people connected to Andrea without regard for the consequences. She believes this child is the key to a greater truth, and she can't stand still. But this blind determination is putting her in danger. Alexis, with her experience and sharp instincts, can see what Christina doesn't. This is not just a search for answers, it's a dangerous spiral that's pulling her under. If Christina continues without a clear plan, she could cause unforeseen consequences, not just for herself but for those around her. Meanwhile, other forces are beginning to take notice of what Christina is doing. There are those who don't want the truth about the baby exposed, people willing to do whatever it takes to keep this secret buried. And as Christina gets closer to the answer, the risks she faces grow bigger. Alexis knows she can't stand by and let things unfold this way. She needs to take decisive action to control the situation before it goes too far. But that means confronting her own daughter, who is so consumed by the truth that she's no longer listening to reason. So what will Alexis do? Will she try to convince Christina to stop, or will she continue the investigation on her own to take control? And if the truth about the baby really is a secret that could change everything, is Alexis ready to face the consequences it will bring? One thing is certain, this is no longer just a search for the truth. It has become a battle, one Christina is ready to dive into without thinking of the consequences. And Alexis, if she doesn't act soon, could lose her daughter to this obsession. Brennan is slowly revealing his true ambition, and this time, he's no longer lurking in the shadows but ready to take bold actions to seize control of Port Charles. He knows that to dominate this city, he needs to break up the strongest alliances and control the key players. One of the people he's targeting is Jocelyn, and this is putting Carly in a risky situation she can't anticipate. Jocelyn has always been strong-willed, smart, and quick to stand up for what she believes in. But that very strength makes her the perfect target for Brennan. He knows that Jocelyn is not just Carly's daughter, but she also holds significant influence over those around her. She has a special relationship with Jason, is a staunch supporter of Sonny, and could even sway their important decisions. If Brennan can control Jocelyn, whether through psychological manipulation, threats, or coercion, he will have a powerful weapon to use against the forces that are blocking his path. Carly senses something is wrong. As a mother, she has a keen instinct when her daughter is in danger, and this time, her gut is telling her that something is terribly wrong. While she doesn't yet know exactly what Brennan wants, she knows he doesn't do anything without a reason. He may have found a way to approach Jocelyn, maybe through work, a hidden relationship, or even by exploiting her hatred for those who hurt Dex. If Brennan can manipulate Jocelyn's emotions, making her believe he's a trusted ally, Carly could lose her daughter in a way she never imagined. But things don't stop there. Brennan doesn't just want to use Jocelyn as a pawn in his game, he may have a deeper plan, a scheme that could change the entire balance of Port Charles. If he can create a rift between Carly and Jocelyn, sowing doubt between them, Carly will lose one of the most important people in her life. And at that point, Brennan will have the advantage not just over Carly, but also over Jason and Sonny. Tension mounts as Carly begins investigating Brennan's actions. She realizes he's not acting impulsively, but is a dangerous strategist, always one step ahead. He doesn't attack directly, but instead, he plants seeds of doubt, causing people around Carly to turn against her. If Carly doesn't act quickly, not only Jocelyn but others in her life could also become Brennan's targets. Meanwhile, Jocelyn starts feeling trapped in a situation she doesn't fully understand. She notices Brennan showing up in places she didn't expect, offering advice that seems reasonable but is highly manipulative. He may know about her grudge against those who hurt Dex and is using that to make her think he's the only one who can help her get revenge. If Jocelyn falls into Brennan's trap, it won't just be dangerous for her, it could put Carly and Jason at a major disadvantage. Carly knows she can't stand by and watch her daughter be manipulated. But she also knows that if she confronts Brennan directly without a clear plan, he'll use that against her to weaken her position. She needs to gather evidence and understand exactly what Brennan is doing before making a move. But time is running out, Brennan is getting closer to his goal, and if Carly doesn't act fast, she could lose Jocelyn forever. The question now isn't just whether Carly can stop Brennan, but how far she's willing to go to protect her daughter. Will she break all the rules and enter an unforgiving war to eliminate Brennan once and for all? And if she does, will Jason stand by her? Or will he warn her that she's pushing herself and Jocelyn into greater danger than ever before? Brennan has started a war that he may not yet realize the consequences of. Carly is not the type to sit back and take it, and this time, she won't let anyone take what belongs to her, especially her daughter. But with a dangerous enemy like Brennan, can she really win, or will this be the first time Carly faces an adversary who can destroy everything she loves? One thing is certain. This war has only just begun, and no one can predict how it will end. Cyrus is preparing to target a new victim, and this time, his focus is on Liz. This is not just an attack on an individual, it's part of Cyrus's larger plan to exact revenge and gain control from the shadows. As Liz becomes the center of this dangerous power game, she faces not only direct threats from Cyrus but also gets caught in a chain of haunting events that could change her life forever. Liz is no stranger to dangerous situations, but this time, things are escalating beyond anything she has experienced. Cyrus doesn't just want her out of the picture, he wants to manipulate her, turn her fear into a tool for his own purposes. He knows that Liz has many vulnerabilities, especially when it comes to those she loves. She can be strong, tough, but when the people she cares about are threatened, she's easily shaken. And that's exactly what Cyrus wants to exploit. As Liz tries to go on with her life, unsettling signs begin to appear. She feels watched, receives anonymous messages, and gets disturbing warnings. Strange things start happening around her, patient files mysteriously altered, items in her home moved around even though she's sure she didn't touch them. The more this happens, the more she feels trapped in a nightmare with no way out. But Liz isn't the only one noticing this. Jason, with his sharp instincts for danger, quickly realizes something isn't right. He knows Cyrus and understands that he never acts without a reason. Following the trail, Jason discovers that Cyrus doesn't just want to intimidate Liz, he wants her to become part of his plan. This may be a way to manipulate Jason, to drag him into a fight Cyrus believes he can control. But Jason is not someone to be controlled. When he realizes Liz is in danger, he knows he needs to act quickly before it's too late. Jason not only wants to protect Liz, he also wants to end Cyrus's threat once and for all. But the question is, can he do that without causing unforeseen consequences? As Jason tries to stop Cyrus's plan, Liz faces her greatest fear. She knows she's being targeted, but she doesn't understand why. She's not a power player, she's not someone who can shift the political balance in Port Charles's underground world, so why is Cyrus after her? The answer might lie in secrets from her past, things Liz never imagined would come back to haunt her. Or perhaps Cyrus is using her as bait to draw Jason out of his safe zone. Whatever the reason, Liz knows she can't just wait. She has to find a way to fight back, to escape the shadow hanging over her. But will she be able to do it before it's too late? And will Jason be able to save her before Cyrus completes his plan? This story is quickly becoming a no-holds-barred showdown, a battle between protection, manipulation, loyalty, and revenge. Liz may be the target this time, but this is not just her story, it's part of a larger battle Jason is forced to face. And when this battle erupts, one thing is certain, none of them will come out unscathed.